Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to have a bit of a discussion today. And that discussion today is going to be about regret. The regret that I feel like a lot of content creators in the space feel after they've decided to go on a series of interactions with me. And you might understand the context over here, given the creator that I have on the screen right now, Zome. Zome is an individual where, if you take a look at some of their past video history, it becomes pretty clear what they've tried to do. They've seen that their channel, their Genshin Impact focused channel, which consists of topics like leaks, talking about community things, stuff like that, it hasn't been doing very well recently, right? Like, look at that, 4.7k in a month, 9.1k in a month, especially when we used to be getting things like 352, 80, stuff like that. That's gonna get creators feeling in a certain sort of way. It gets them going to desperation, right? He started with leaks after his channel started going down. He went to leaks, but then the leaks didn't work because I guess nobody cares if Durin is better than Columbina because Columbina isn't fucking out yet. Oh yeah, pre-farm for a character that doesn't exist. Awesome, right? What they were doing didn't work. And so they decided as a gacha CC, why don't we start doing drama? Why don't we create some hit pieces? Why don't we farm other game CCs? Why don't we farm woo-wah CCs? Or people who are critiquing Genshin? Because there's not enough actual good stuff in Genshin for us to make content on. Let's just create misinformation about the creators who are rightfully pointing out how Genshin isn't doing its job right. That's what he did in this video. There's a reason why there are so many dislikes on this vid. There's a reason why Zome himself is asking people to check out Glade's response video. There's a reason why all the recent comments are now just calling him out, saying that, oh, he's not a racist, he's just a dumbass. There's a reason why Zome decided to follow up on his Glade video by trying to take a shot at me.
Off by telling you.
And as you can tell, the dislike ratio on this one is not looking that much better. And if we're frankly going to be honest, the comments on this one are probably even worse. Because as a result of this web of misinfo and lies that Zome tried to spin across both our communities and his own, there were a couple of exposés made. The first being that Zome lied publicly to his audience about being black. And the reasoning he gave was, guys, I wasn't panicking because I got caught. It was actually just a test to see if Saint would use it against me. I didn't panic. I didn't freak out. I didn't get caught in lies that I've been spinning for the past week. It was a test for Saint. And now, this is what Zome is saying publicly. After everything's come tumbling down, after he's now known as... You want to know what the top comments on this video now? On the video where he says, I'm embarrassing and he's trying to call me out? Read the top comments. Bro's changing color like iguanas. Dude, just drop the apology video so we can clown you more. The world isn't always black and white unless you're Zome. He is black and white depending on the situation. Him, I'm black. Also him after a few hours. I'm not black. LOL, bro. What kind of smooth criminal move you pulled? Such a liar. This is what he is known for in the community now. And this was all done, ladies and gentlemen, in the span of 6 days. A content creator did this to themselves in less than 1 week. They are now known as the Michael Jackson of the gacha space because of 2 videos. This is what I do to content creators when they decide to make hit pieces about me filled to the brim with misinformation. Because do you know what I did in response to the Zome video? I simply uploaded a 1 hour, 42-minute react. This video made hundreds of dollars because the longer a video is, the more ads are in it. And people watched this whole fucking video because of how absurd the web of lies Zome spun was and how intrigued people were to see how much he would lie in his 19-minute video. That's what I did. And you want to know what the funniest thing is? That's what I've done every single time I'm in a drama. We just saw good old Zome over here, right? Lamenting over everything that's happened. You can see from this pinned post that you see on the screen over here, or sorry, this post on his channel. To all my subscribers, I apologize for the edited comment and the confusion it may have caused. That was a mistake and I shouldn't have done it. I will stay away from CC drama, and if you subscribe to me in the hopes of doing drama content, please unsubscribe. He's out, brother. He's done. 6 days and 2 videos in, he's done. And when you look at the comment section in here, guys, oh my goodness, I don't know if he wants to come back. Because you want to know what this reminds me of? This is reminding me of this dude's comment section. Y'all know this guy? Let's check it out together. You want to know how bad it is for him in certain communities? He uploaded a Woo-Wah 3.0 livestream react and it got 1.6k views. And when you look at the video, right, I made sure to do my fair share to contribute to the dialogue. Every comment I rate this live stream is 7. Bro, looking like a clapped walnut. It's still there. This is what happens. I don't want to necessarily say this was me, right? Because I would be taking too much credit if I said I'm the entire reason why people call Genazad a clapped walnut. He's the guy that crashed out on stream and told his community to re-roll IRL. He contributed the most. I'm simply the person over here that just pointed out the situation. So he actually carried it over here. But why is it that the creators that end up doing the most fucked up shit always end up being the ones that have a problem with me? The guy who told his entire community, once again, to re-roll IRL because he got called a clapped walnut, is the guy that constantly beefs with me. That literally, to this day, this is what this dude is on the record saying about me.
I sound like Saint Tontos now? No, I'm not literally making something up out of thin air. I've actually literally been told it by multiple people. So that you see the difference is I've actually like talked to another human before. That's the big difference, is I didn't just say a random thing that I just made up out of nowhere.
And you wonder what he did in this stream segment? He just said a random thing that he made up out of nowhere.
It still is trust me, bro? I mean, it's trust me, bro, but...
And there's the proof. He basically just used me as the defense for him just pulling shit out of his ass and having no proof for it. Judge me by my enemies. If the god of Kurofest, the honored one, the one who's better than you because he spends more money, if this is the guy that has problems with me, that's trying to use me as a fucking as a scapegoat for his own misinformation, guys, is it too much of a surprise at all that even the CZN community hates this fucking guy too? Because you want to see what happened during this CZN live stream?
The bind is an effect where all bind cards in your hands are
This guy's getting paid to be here.
combined in...
These guys are getting paid to be here. I'm gonna be real. You wanna know the only one that looks like they're getting paid to be here? G Clef.
to a single stack
You wanna know what my
card.
feedback is?
For example, if you have one
To both these two? You could try. Bob, Genazad, you could try.
cost bind cards, you do not need to spend 2 costs to use them separately. They stack into one cost bind.
Because you want to know what the feedback is? You are fucking energy vampires. You are energy vampires. Literal vibe assassins. Just everybody in the comment section is like asking why you guys are there. And this is the thing. I don't even think it's mostly Fob. I literally think it's just Jenna's presence. Because you just look at this guy's facial expressions across the entire live stream. He just doesn't even look like he wants to be there. Bro just has the same facial expression the whole time. And this is it. What the fuck? These are the guys that have problems with me. That's just one example. You want to know another guy that had massive problems with me, right? We looked at this depository over here. There's a reason why I got so many videos of this dude. Because he's a complete asshole. There's something wrong with him. We figured this out earlier this year. And you want to know what the biggest discovery is in 2025 as we approach the end of the year and we take a look at Mr. Pokey's channel? It appears that the entire gacha space has also recognized that this dude is fake as fuck. Because how in God's fucking name are these the viewership numbers compared to where we were at the start of the year? I saw this shit yesterday. Bro, you made a fucking CZN patch breakdown video and got 2.5k views. What the fuck? Holy shit. And we got Silver Palace over here with a nice 2.7k. This is what happens to my enemies. Do you want to know why? It's because all of these creators, they have attempted to make hit pieces about me. They have constantly, in many situations, attempted to either demean me using me as stream content on their streams, using me as excuses for their own dog shit behavior, or of course, in Mr. Pokey's case, even going so far as to create literal sub goals to harass me on his stream. Yes, Mr. Pokey had a sub goal in his community to harass me. He made that a community goal. Make parodies of Saint videos. Don't even ask him about it. Just copy his script one for one and replace HSR with woo-wah. He made that a fucking sub goal. This is what happens to these creators, right? This is what happens to these creators that seem to just, for some reason, have it out for me. And you want to know what the best thing is? I never gave any of these individuals any reason to attack me. They all went for it, unprompted, out of nowhere, on their own. All of it, all on their own. And you want to know what the best thing is? This isn't even the full list. There's still more people. Do you guys remember this dude? Yeah, nobody really does either. I don't remember this dude either. Y'all remember this guy? Yeah, this is the video that killed his channel. I made like $400 off this guy for this. What about that? Remember Flip Me AC? Yeah, that was a good one. Who else do we got over here on the list too? Oh, right. I forgot. I completely fucking forgot. I don't even think this one really counts, but maybe it does. Yeah, you got this maliciously gay dude who was like out here clutching his pearls about me making a 9/11 joke. Guys, this is what these people do. And when you create a thumbnail that looks like that, in what universe can you be taken seriously? I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, we're just desperate. We are just desperate at this point. I don't, like, what else could this be? And then, you just gotta remember, right? You gotta remember, Jenazad's girlfriend, we got her canceled as well. Oh, really? She canceled herself because she couldn't stop saying that Zani was like 50% power creep, and yet Zani in the present is like the worst unit in the game. Like, guys, how well did that Zani 50% power creep argument, how well did that age? Hey, does anyone think Zani is 50% power creep, guys? Yo, anyone agree with that shit? Nah, brother. Hell no. The realistic answer is, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of creators in the space have an issue with me. But when you ask those creators why they have an issue, the reason that they'll give you will be very similar to the reasoning found in their hit pieces. It doesn't make sense. I still don't know why this guy decided to harass me in my chat in the first time we ever met. Bro literally verbally harassed my chat in our first interaction ever on stream. I still don't know why. Nobody still knows why. There's still no explanation for this. Me talking about this moment is, in my opinion, why I got banned. Pay some very, very close attention to what's going to be said over here.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, but really quick, bro, your chat is so aggressive, it's insane, dude.
I guess I'm going to read my chat. That's classic clickbait. So judge a book by its cover? The LOL player in Saint is unstoppable. That's fair. That's YouTube's fault, XD. I would look at that thumbnail and assume it's drama. That's actually somebody agreeing with him. This is how I expected the confrontation was going to go. Drama baiter. Love you, Saint. Let Jeddah speak his piece until he is done and then respond when it's asked for. Seems like a chill chat to me. So let's hear more.
Like people were like, oh, he's a snowflake, just let him talk. Bro, I just want to have a civil discussion. I'm not like trying to have like this.
So, keyword. Keep that in mind, what Jeddah just said over there.
This fat argument, you dumb fuck. You stupid morons in chat. Like, oh, you baby. Bro, because I'm trying to talk to another human, you dumb fucking idiot. Okay? You stupid morons in chat that are faceless. You can't even speak, okay? You don't have a voice, so shut the fuck up, dumbass. Okay?
So, keyword that he mentioned over there was, nobody knows why he did that. To this day, there's still no idea that could formulate in my mind for as to why he got that mad in the first time he ever talked to somebody or their community before. And that is when I knew this guy has got a serious fucking problem. And if somebody with this many problems is my enemy, bro, I'm good with that. And it isn't surprising at all that someone like Genizat, who acts like that, is such good friends with Maggie, who literally made it an effort to try to sabotage my career in the Wuthering Waves community since day one by talking to every possible person she could behind the scenes about how bad I was, even though we had never had a personal exchange before. The only thing that ever happened between me and Maggie was me asking if she wanted to collab. That was the only interaction we ever had. And she tried to sabotage my career behind the scenes through every outlet, every DM, every community member she possibly could. Now I know why this guy, this 7 out of 10 S6 Rosia enjoyer, got so mad. Bro, I had beef with his girl. I didn't know it was his girl. Unfortunate. And then, of course, you can't forget, you got the linchpin Mr. Pokey. Pokey and Genizad are like two retarded peas in a pod. That's probably the best way that I could describe them. Both their communities make you think that lobotomies are actually legal in certain areas of the world because you can't believe that people can naturally be this retarded. But that's just what it's like living a day in gacha. Because you just gotta sit here and wonder, how does the guy who's on the record being this big of a shill, being this much of an asshole to people that are supposed to be his friends, like Tectone, it makes you wonder how this guy still has a community. Oh, wait. Sorry. Did I mention something about Mr. Pokey still having a community? That was misinformation. I'm sorry. The correction of that statement actually is, it's great to see when stuff plays out properly and somebody that's on the record being a complete fucking asshole to people that are supposed to be their friends. It's great that their careers literally reflect that trajectory. What I'm so glad to see is that when somebody can go ahead and just publicly claim that they're better than everybody else in the space because they had the privilege. Guys, if you thought Pokey's career was carried by Tectone, let me show you somebody who, if you thought Pokey's career was carried by Tectone, good fucking God, do I have a discovery for you? Do I have a discovery for you? Because without Tectone, do you know where this guy is at? Without Tectone, this guy is going to be on his 7th year streaming, stuck at 400 viewers. Because this is the actual career trajectory of Genizad, guys. And this is something that I know when he sees this, it's going to piss him off so badly. But there's a reason why, Jenna. There's a reason why you basically had absolutely no growth across 4 years until you met Tectone. You were in the space and streaming for 4 years and had literally no growth until you met Tectone. That's the truth. So you tried to cut it for 4 years, didn't get anywhere. Then you met Techie and then your career actually goes somewhere for a little bit. That is the truth regarding your channel. Literally, look at this. You are hard stuck, bro. You might qualify for the next God of Beggars if you're frankly going to be honest. So Jenna, just don't ever let me catch you talking about me again. Because it's very easy, guys. It's very, very... And now he's botting? Wait, y'all got proof that Jenna's just... Wait, Jenna just bots now? Is there proof of that? I'm gonna ask for proof. See, this is the thing, guys. This is the thing. I'm not Genizad. Even though you're saying something negative about the guy that I hate, I'm still gonna ask for proof. Okay, that's not proof. Yeah, that's just you saying what you think, but that's not proof, unfortunately. But yeah, that's what I mean. I'll give everybody a fair shake, even if it is information that would, again, that makes me happy. No, I'm still gonna make sure it's actually true. That's the unfortunate thing, guys, is there are still some people out there that aren't fully aware of how fake so many CCs in this space are. But 2025 has been, I think, the year of exposure. And I genuinely have not seen so many CCs with so many skeletons in all of their closets and all of them being rained around so publicly. I think this year was the year of the snake, right? Is the jump when he joined that natural? Well, I mean, immediately switching categories to Epic 7 and then gaining 1,000 viewers in 10 minutes? Some people would say that's sus. I personally don't keep track of Twitch numbers enough to know. Could also literally be rated. Could also be rated at the time. Yeah, I don't, like, this is the thing. I don't know, right? I don't know. So I'm not going to go ahead and look at this because there are a lot of explanations for it. Guys, just take it this way. I'm not going to go out and push forward these unverified claims just on a whim. I'll simply look at the stuff that I know is true. And one thing that I know is true about this guy is that he has the will of a fucking... He has the fucking mental of a piece of Swiss cheese, okay? That's what I know about this guy. So we can expect more crash outs and more retarded situations in the future. Don't worry, it'll be guaranteed. Yeah, man, I can't wait until CZN Fest. Then he can go tell another community to go do something in Minecraft. Sorry, in real life. Anyways, as you can see, 2025 has come to a close. And 2025 is coming to a close with another victory on our end. But this is just the statement that I want to make when it comes to these dramas, when it comes to these situations. I don't actively actually seek out any of these things. And you'll notice across 2025, all of these dramas and all of these situations are literally stemming from people having issues with my content when all my content is geared around gacha games and gacha companies and gacha mechanics. These are people that are getting offended on behalf of multi-billion-dollar companies and deciding that they need to put me in my place so that I stop disparaging Hoyoverse. That's why Mr. Pokey decided to take on a crusade last year to try and bury my name because he couldn't stand that I was insulting Dewey and his products so much. What a bullshit pussy-ass premise to try to attack somebody. And so, that's the reason why dipshits like this took shots at me. That's why dipshits like this took shots at me. That's why dipshits like Genocide, Ryuku, so on and so forth, they still keep trying to take shots at me because they're mad over gacha game takes. This guy ruined his career, is probably going to default on his mortgage on the house that he just bought because he couldn't stand my fucking gacha game takes. Like, I don't get it. This guy decided to ruin his career in 6 days because he was upset by my gacha game takes. And this Genocide guy decided to completely ruin his reputation in the Wuthering Waves community because of my gacha game. Like, guys, why are there people who are willing to lose so much over something so inconsequential? We will Oh, I forgot. Another person who got excommunicated from the Woo-Wah community. You want to know over what? Gacha game. Fuck it. Zani 15% gacha game power creep takes. What's wrong with these fucking nerds?
Oh my god, I need to be right on these game mechanics and numbers.
Look at these fucking nerds, bro. They're doing all this over gacha game mechanics. I'm just hoping that in 2026, we learn the lessons from 2025. And in 2025, I think 2025 is the year of the most stupidity I've literally ever seen in the gacha space. Ever. And while it was farm to farm it, I don't want a year like this to ever happen again. Because do you know how many losers there were this year? A lot. There were a lot of CCs who lost a lot of things. And I'm not somebody that enjoys seeing people just lose stuff. But that's been the main thing. There are less CCs now than there were at the start of the year. Because so many of them have literally ended their own careers for no reason. So we'll see. This video is more so a reminder, right? It's more so a just like reflection on the past year. And it's just hoping that 2026 is way different than what this bullshit has been. Let me know what you all thought, ladies and gentlemen. Peace out.